Off now. Very sharply. Philippians chapter 4 and verse 6. Making requests and establishing decrees. Can somebody read it for us? I'd like you to read it so that you will see. This is the next thing that the prayer does as an assignment of prayer. Making requests and establishing decrees. Are you there? Is anybody reading it for us? Philippians chapter 4 and verse 6.
He said, be careful.
Be careful.
For nothing.
For nothing.
But in everything.
But in everything.
By prayer.
By prayer.
And supplication.
And supplication.
Thanksgiving.
In thanksgiving.
Let your requests.
Let your requests
be made known.
Be made known.
Unto God.
Unto God.
Amen.
So how will your requests be made known unto God? Through prayer. Are we together here? So that's one of the assignments of prayer. Aside growth and transformation, making requests. Let it be known. Prayer of inquiry. Now, let me use this opportunity to let you know that God is not a talkative. The theater of communication between you and God is the heart. There are some of us, if God gives you an audible voice today, you may faint. Most people, including John in Revelation, saw him and they fainted. He said, don't die, wake up, you won't die. There are some of us that want to see God. You see him, you see John, Isaiah saw him in Isaiah chapter 6 and verse 1 down. He saw him and in fact he died. He began to speak anything that was possible because he was lost. Including Peter in Luke chapter 9. When he saw it, he began to say everything. Let everybody have house. For me, I can stand outside. I don't care, no matter how long. If you tap into the throne room of God, you will know that where we are is nothing. Anybody that have been privileged to tap into that place wouldn't want to come out. So don't be angry with Peter. He didn't know what he was saying. He was in a realm he has never been before. He was in a different realm altogether. So prayer of inquiry, God is not a talkative. God answers your questions. That is why I want to drop that in case you pray too much and you don't ask. Now, there is room for you to ask questions. God will answer the questions you ask in prayer. He is not a talkative. Now, there is a communication center which is the heart, is the theater of communication. Now, there are three levels of this communication in the theater of the heart. The other is the easiest way. Number one is the knowing. The knowing. You just know that you know, but you can't even explain how you know. It's one of the realms I operate heavily in. Which could be translated further to speaking by impression. Is a manifestation of the gift of the Spirit. Impression, as accurate as anything you can think of. The knowing, you just know that you know. Just the same way you know your name, and somebody cannot ask you, you know your name is Bright, and you are saying, let me think. You just know it. Even you cannot explain how you know. We call it the knowing. When you pray abundantly in the Spirit, that gift is activated.